One thing that I really enjoy about TF2 is its customization. Whether it be the thousands of cosmetics you can put on your favorite character, whether it's all the colors of paint you can use on said cosmetics, or killstreak sheens, or even weapons like the Conscientious Objector, or cosmetics like the Photo Badge, where you can literally put any image you'd like on there. No restriction at all. But one thing that I really like, and one thing that I've been collecting a lot of lately, is weapon skins. Now, weapon skins were introduced into TF2 back in July of 2015 with the gunmetal update. Basically, Valve brought over CSGO's weapon skin idea into TF2, and they kinda did a great job at doing so. With this update, brought some collections such as the 2-4 and Craftsman's collection, which you got these skins by doing contracts back in the day. And these skins are really good, not only because they look amazing, but they were simple. Skins like Small Town Bringdown, Spruce Deuce, Local Hero, etc. were just map textures placed on top of a weapon. And they looked great. It went well with the game's atmosphere and didn't clash with the game's art style, and they just looked appealing. And as you went up the tiers with these skins, they just began to look better. The Team Sprayer SMG has a sleek shine to it with some nice team coloring, and the War Room minigun is just the Intelligence Room from 2-4, which also looks great. And there were some sillier skins like Bovine Blazemaker in reference to the 2-4 cows, and Lumber from Down Under, which is just freshly polished wooden planks. Mine in my inventory is named Pine Saw, but they still look really nice. Now, alongside these collections, there were also some weapon cases that were added as well, where you had to buy a key to unlock them, which were the Powerhouse and Concealed Killer collections. These collections each had their own theme behind them, Concealed Killer being a more tactical, camouflage type look, and Powerhouse having an electric and industrial theme with them. This is also when skins started to go a little crazy in terms of color, like Pink Elephant being a hot pink color, and Purple Range just being a bright shade of purple. Which in the mix of all these skins that are simple and clean, you can kind of see why these kinds of skins clashed a bit. For one, these skins do look a tad bit out of place of TF2. But they're also rare than other skins in their collections, most of which being Assassin or Elite Grade. So these crazy skins had the rarity factor behind them, and they weren't the vast majority of weapon skins. Only 6 of these weapons had crazy designs out of 60 total skins released in this update. But the vast majority of everything else was great in all other aspects. Overall, people were really liking weapon skins, with people starting collections and making trade-ups to make the best skin in the game. TF2 weapon skins were loved by the majority of the TF2 community. Then, after that came Tough Break weapons. Same format as last time, 2 contract collections and 2 weapon cases. The contract collections, Harvest and Gentleman's, are both amazing. Starting with Harvest, that collection is themed around Harvest, with skins such as Nutcracker and Autumn that look beautiful in Harvest and in pretty much every map in general. Macabre Web and Pumpkin Patch skins are also great, and even the Boneyard skins have some pretty unique patterns to them you could get to change the skin's color. And don't even get me started on the Gentleman's collection. Some iconic skins like the High Roller's rocket launcher and the Top Shelf minigun and other great skins came from this collection, and they're some of the best the game has ever seen. These all look like they came out of a 1960s casino, which fits perfectly with TF2 and its art style, and these all just look perfect. The 2 weapon cases, Warbird and Pyroland, kept with its themes from the last major update, Warbird being war-themed and Pyroland being Pyroland themed. Now, in Warbird, there's no real flashy skins that stand out like an eyesore, how there was with Powerhouse and Concealed Killer. It's when you take a look at Pyroland, you see this theme reoccur. Now, in Pyroland's defense, it's okay. It's a Pyroland themed case. Of course, there's going to be skins that have flowers and candy and rainbows and unicorns and shit. Again, a lot of these super flashy skins are rare, so they're not totally clashing with the game's art style too much, because not everyone has them. And there's also outliers in this collection with the Blank to Hell weapons, which are themed after what Pyro is really doing when he's in Pyroland, which is a really cool touch. I'm glad they contrasted that a little bit. Now there's a total of 158 total weapon skins in the game, with only about 20 of which being total eyesores. Again, these eyesores remained the rare exception and not the absolute norm for skins. Then, after those collections came war paints. I gotta sneeze. Oh shit. Anyways, which are different from weapon skins in that the skins can be applied to over 40 different weapons, giving them a more personalized feel to the player. Again, they kept up with the theme of having 2 contract collections and 2 weapon cases. The contract collections are just copies of already existing weapon skins, so you can put them on anything now, which is pretty cool in my opinion. And the cases, Jungle Jackpot and Infernal Reward, were also both pretty nice collections, with Jungle Jackpot having jungle tropical theme to them, and Infernal Reward just having a mix of everything. Overall, the first generation of Warpaints wasn't bad at all, and the future was looking bright for Warpaints, and weapon skins in general, until winter 2017 rolled around. Arguably one of the best Warpaint cases in the game, this case contains classics such as Damascus and Mahogany, Geometrical Teams, Hana, Cosmic Calamity, Jazzy, Miami Element, and most importantly, Polar Surprise and Dovetailed. I point these skins out for 2 reasons. 1, because they are both what people in the skins community refers to as a sticker warpaint. Now, sticker warpaints are warpaints with some kind of background and a repeating image across the entire skin. They're very easy to make, and because of that, they're most of what you see in the Steam Workshop nowadays, unfortunately. And 2, for Polar Surprise specifically, it's a winter/Christmas themed warpaint. Now, this was the only real winter/Christmas themed paint in the entire case, and it was more of like a one-off thing in the case, because everything else was really nice and could be used year-round. Nothing else was specifically themed. I mean, it looks a little weird using a winter-themed war paint in the summertime, or any other time of the year for that matter. So this wasn't a problem at the time. This is when things started going downhill. Scream Fortress 10's Warpaint collection consisted of only Halloween-themed sticker warpaints, except for the Elite grade and 1 Assassin grade. Now, this was the first time Valve ever did Halloween-themed warpaints, and yeah, they're pretty Halloween-themed alright. But again, just like with Polar Surprise, these don't look good all year round. They only look good on Halloween or during the Halloween season. And you can tell the quality and creativity of these warpaints have significantly dropped as well. Haunted Ghost, solid background with stickers. Totally Boned, solid background with stickers. Calavera Canvas, solid background with stickers. Ghost Town, actual eyesore all around. It doesn't look good on anything. I've literally never seen Tumor Toasted again. Spectral Shimmered is and Electroshock is okay at best. It's Thunderbolt, but team colored that can be put on any weapon, but it's still somehow worse than Thunderbolt. But I digress. Overall, this collection of warpaints marked a sharp decline in quality and overall design of warpaints. The only skins that aren't really Halloween themed are Tumor Toasted, which is just ugly, and Electroshock. And let's keep in mind that both of these warpaints are pretty rare, with red and pink rarity respectively, where before skins and paints that were clean and could be used year-round were common. Only like blue or freelance or civilian if you're taking account contract skins, which is one of the factors that added into the popularity of weapon skins, like Gentleman's. There's a ton of civilian grade skins, which is 2 tiers lower than your normal blue in a weapon case nowadays. So they were pretty common, but they all look great. Second thing with the contract war paints, Autumn is one of the nicest skins in the game, in my opinion, and it's only a freelance grade skin. Now, if all the common skins are ugly and holiday themed and the only decent skins are stupid rare to unbox, why even bother opening the case? But again, I digress. Let's move on to the next series of war paints, Winter 2019, and it didn't get much better. Christmas themed shit that only looks good on Christmas, except Alpine, that paint's pretty cool. But gift wrapped, seriously snowed, snow covered, Smith Village, Winterland wrap, There's a few repeating and unfortunate themes in this case again. 1. Boring sticker war paints. 2. Skins that only look good during 1 month of the whole year. And people saw how much of this holiday themed crap was getting accepted into the game, so everyone started making this holiday themed crap. So much to the point that it inflates the market so much you can't even find real skins in the workshop anymore, which is unfortunate. For comparison, the last Christmas box, 2017's, was infinitely better than this. It mostly contained skins that look good year-round, with some exceptions. Now, these exceptions are starting to become the norm, which nobody wanted. Now, let's move on to the next box, Scream Fortress 12, which has classics such as Spider Season, Candy Coated, Raving Dead, Sweet Tooth, and more ugly war paints all around. There were some bangers like Portal Plastered and Death Deluxe and Organically Hellraised, but that all gets overshadowed by the other 10 ugly ones. Wow, look at this. A pink tier item that's legit a solid background with clip art on it. Cool. How creative. Now, I'd also like you to remember the elite grade in this case. Keep that in mind for later. Just take a look at it. You might know what I'm getting to later on, but just keep that in the back of your mind for now. Now let's move on to Winter 2020, dubbed as the worst set of war paints in the game. Oversaturated colors, more sticker war paints, more war paints only themed for Christmas, and this, literally a JPEG image of ice, very slightly edited onto a war paint. This was a new low in design for war paints, and even the elite grade skin in this case is a rainbow gradient with some stars slapped on it. And again, rainbow crap that messes with team recognition. Fabulous. Remember the elite grade from Scream Fortress 12? Yeah, again, team recognition. Now we're getting into the problem of colors that fuck with team recognition. And now the pile is starting to begin. And the trend kept up for Scream Fortress 13. 2 war paints this time with Google clip art pictures all over it. Now this is one of these cases where there's like 3 or 4 good skins, but they're all overshadowed by crap in this case. Zero quality control whatsoever was used when accepting these skins into the game, and that's sad. Things started to improve years after, but there's still a lot of bad that overshadowed the good. And a lot of this is bad stuff that has been happening. It's a trend that nobody likes, but it kept happening. Then summer 2023 came along and brought actually good, clean war paints you can use all year round. Nothing at all like what we've been getting. Finally, after 5 years, Valve decides to actually add quality items into the game. And that's the latest series of war paints we've received as of this day of me finishing the script. Now, with all that out of the way, hopefully you have a better look at just how much weapon skins as a whole collapsed. From what started as clean design concepts for weapons, slowly turned into skins that didn't even look like belonged in TF2. Paint so abstract and so far out of TF2's design principles, and they somehow got worse every year. Now that begs the question, do I think the future is bright for war paints? Well, the future is definitely looking brighter for cosmetics, that's been said already, but for war paints, considering that the last collection we got was summer of last year, and like 90% of these skins were great, I'd say yeah, I think the future is bright for war paints. The fact that they skipped out on Halloween and Christmas paints this year really says something to the effect of, oh yeah, the last few Halloween and Christmas skins have been pretty shit. Which makes me kind of happy in a way. That one intern that still sticks around in the TF2 office finally listens to what the people want. Now all they gotta do is fix the bots. That's starting to get bad again too. But all in all, the future looks bright for war paints, and I'm for sure excited to see what Valve accepts into the game next. And that's about it for this video. If you guys learned something new about weapon skins or war paints in general, let me know. Drop a like, subscribe, do all that cool stuff. Join my Discord server, that's in the description. And I just wanted to say I apologize for the gap in uploads lately. I've been pretty busy. A lot's been happening in my life, and I just haven't had the time to make YouTube videos. I want to make YouTube videos, but I don't have fucking time. So I'm here. I'm going to try and keep it consistent now. Thank you guys for being patient with me if you're a regular viewer of the channel. I really appreciate you guys. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Hope y'all have a good one.